children, I welcome you all to Class 5, Term 3, Social Science video session. Today, we are going to learn Lesson 1, Forts and Palaces. Learning objectives. Know the forts in Tamil Nadu. Describe the palaces in Tamil Nadu. Explain the history of forts and palaces in Tamil Nadu. Our ancient kings lived in a structure called fort and palaces. Come, let us now visit some of the forts and palaces of Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu has been ruled by several empires, especially by the Chera, Chola, Pandya and Pallava rulers. Chola, Pandyas and Nayakas constructed magnificent forts and palaces in Tamil Nadu. The Dutch, the British and the French entered our country and they built forts to protect their union territories. Children, what do you mean by fort? Fort is a fortified enclosure, building or position able to be defended against an enemy. Palace. Children, what do you mean by palace? Palace is the official home of a king, queen, president and other officials. A very large and impressive house, old-fashioned and fancy public building. Now, we are going to see about forts. The architectural monuments are now preserved in the form of palaces, forts and other historical sites in Tamil Nadu. They are the prime attractions for tourists in Tamil Nadu. Now, first fort we are going to see about Vellore Fort. Vellore Fort is a 16th century fort situated in Vellore, Tamil Nadu. It was built by the kings of Vijayanagara. Vellore Fort is considered to be one of the most invincible fort. Here, invincible means too strong. It is surrounded by a deep and wide moat. Here, moat means a deep wide ditch surrounding a fort. The water of this moat was home to thousands of crocodiles. It was feared by many raiders of the fort. This fort is a good example of military architecture. It is studded with double fortifications. Here fortification means walls, towers, etc. In 1799, Tipu Sultan's family was detained here by the British. The first rebellion against the British broke out at Vellore Fort in 1806. Rebellion means opposition to one in authority. Children, next let us see the structures of the Vellore Fort. See the image, children. There is a temple inside the fort. This is called Jalagandeshwara temple. Then a church, a mosque, a museum and several government offices are found inside the fort. Let us know, children. Vellore Fort has 5 important mahals. They are Hyder Mahal, Tipu Mahal, Begum Mahal, Kandy Mahal, Badusha Mahal. The next fort we are going to see about Dindikal Fort. Dindikal Fort is a 17th century hill fort situated in Dindikal, Tamil Nadu. It is also called Dindikal Malaikottai. In the 18th century, the fort was passed on to the kingdom of Mysore. Dindikal Fort was built by the Nayakars of Madurai in order to defend their region from the invading Mysore army. Here, defend means protect. Presently, the fort is maintained by the Archaeological Survey of India. The fort was cemented with double walls to withstand heavy artillery. This is the picture of Fort St. George. Fort St. George is the administrative headquarters of the Legislative Assembly of Tamil Nadu. Fort St. George is the first fort built by the British in India. Fort St. George is located in Chennai. This is the picture of cannon. The cannon displayed in the Fort St. George belonged to Tipu Sultan. State Secretariat is functioning inside the fort. Next, Thirumayam Fort. Thirumayam Fort is famous for its artistic work and architectural brilliance. Here, architectural means design of building. It is located in Pudukottai, Tamil Nadu. Thirumayam Fort is also known as Umayan Kottai. Thirumayam Fort is popular for its large rock inscriptions. Let us visit some of the rock inscriptions of Thirumayam Fort. This is Sadras Foot. The magnificent Sadras Foot was built for commercial purposes by the Dutch. It is located in Kanchipuram. This is the tunnel found in Sadras Foot. Now, the next fort we are going to see is about Jinji Foot. This is Jinji Foot. Jinji Fort is another beautiful fort in Tamil Nadu. It is located at Viluppuram district. Jinji Fort is built across 3 hills. The fort walls are 13 km long and the 3 hills are connected by walls. It is built at a height of 800 feet and protected by a 80 feet wide moat. This is the moat found in Jinji Fort. It is a huge fort with many attractions like Kalyan Mahal, temples, Anekulam Pond, granaries and a watchtower. The next fort we are going to see about Tarangambadi Fort. This is Tarangambadi Fort. Tarangambadi Fort is locally called Danish Fort. It is located on the shores of Bay of Bengal in Tarangambadi, Tamil Nadu. Tarangambadi is also called as Trankubar. The fort is trapezoidal in shape with 3 rooms in the left wing. The central part of the fort has 4 domes. The central pillar of the hall holds the entire weight of the domes. Here, domes means a round roof. Trapezoidal means trapezium shape. Next, recap. Palaces and forts are the prime attractions of Tamil Nadu tourism. Next, Vellore Fort is a fine example of military architecture. Vellore Fort is a 16th century fort situated in Vellore, Tamil Nadu. Next, Dindikal Fort is a 17th century hill fort situated in Dindikal, Tamil Nadu. Next, Jinji Fort is another beautiful fort in Tamil Nadu. It is located at Viluppuram district. Tarangambadi Fort is locally called Danish Fort. It is located on the shores of Bay of Bengal in Tarangambadi. Thank you, children. Bye bye. We will meet in the next class.